always lit over at AJsRANTroom.com. We got the best bags and accessories, our beloved Black Series. We got fresh lids for you hat lovers, fire jackets and hoodies, and of course, we got you covered on the t-shirts. And introducing our first shoe line, Aloysius Germain. So get on over to AJsRANTroom.com today and get to shopping. You won't be disappointed. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a. I'm gonna start all over again. I know I was muted. I was muted. I was muted. I'm gonna start all over again. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl who looked good. I would call her. I wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a bat and a 6-foot baller. I wish I was like 6'9" so I could get with Yoshi, but she don't know me. But Yoshi really fine. You can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I unmuted. It should be good now. Thank you, Belinda. Belinda's the first confirmation. Oh, yeah. ah, ah. What is today? Today's Thursday. Happy Thursday, everybody. Hope everybody's good. I have to start with an apology because when I started doing this stuff, content creating, whatever you want to call it, I was very clear that if I don't feel something, I'm not going to do it, right? And here I go. I was like, all right, well, I've been talking about this Candace Owens stuff. I did a couple episodes on blah, blah, blah. So yesterday, I apologize for checking out. Um, I completely checked out in the middle of it because I was just done with the topic, and I went against my own judgment, and I knew there was a whole bunch of other things that I could have been discussing, and I decided, oh no, I'm gonna talk about the Candace topic because it's, and I can't fake it. We will talk about Candace briefly in the show, but as far as making her the show, nah, that was a big mistake yesterday, and I have to apologize for checking out because I tried to push through. I really did. I really did, but I was really done and really bored and bored of the whole subject, and then also realized how distracted I was because generally I'm pretty up on Donald Trump, like when he's addressing the nation. Totally forgot he was addressing the nation yesterday. And I'm in the middle of like 5 text groups. And then I was like, wait a minute, isn't the president speaking right now? And I think he was like 15 minutes into the speech. And I was like, yeah, this is why. Distracted. Distracted. No, Pat, don't watch it. Don't watch it. It was terrible. It was terrible. I checked out. I checked out in the middle of the episode. You can literally see me just sitting there. I'm like, I'm like, find something interesting. Did she say something interesting? First of all, she wasn't saying anything interesting. It was like word salad. It was like a more articulate Kamala Harris. And I'm just like, okay, okay, I guess I can react to that. Okay, I'll talk about that. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. Anyway, we got We actually have some stuff that I'm interested in that I want to talk about that I want to react to or whatever. And so we will get to those things. Hallelujah, praise God, and not have to think about uh, yesterday's show. It definitely wasn't the worst show, but I could think of some far worse shows. But at least those shows were done, with you know the right intention, right? Anyway, so we've all seen it. We've all seen this Target employee being berated by this psychopathic white liberal. You can get your white liberal fatigue right there below, if you're on YouTube. Um, really, really, this is why I have a white liberal fatigue shirt. This is literally why I have one.
Why?
They let you wear that shirt here?
Yes.
So
Why? Why are you taking my picture?
why are you wearing that shirt? You're working. It's not
It's
a
a
Target
red
shirt.
shirt. I can wear any red shirt.
It's not a plain shirt.
It doesn't have to be
It's a Charlie Kirk shirt.
Yes. Oh, yes, I know.
Are you fucking stupid?
First of all, this is an elderly woman. Have some respect for that piece first, right? Right, right, right. She's clearly soft spoken. She's not bringing the thunder back at you. And this is why you picked on her. That's why you did it. Because if that was a 6'5" black man working at Target, or anybody you thought that you couldn't pick a fight with, you would have left them alone. You probably may have looked at them a little something, but you would not have ever walked up to them and said what you said. Because first of all, that somebody you can't pick a fight with, you would have gotten overwhelmed and you would have did what you do best, cry like a Karen and make it about your victimhood. But you picked this vulnerable old lady minding her business. Now, older people generally get jobs because they don't want to be in the house bored and or they need the money, right? And so for whatever reason she's working at Target, let the woman work at Target. You don't have to like her shirt. That's it. You don't have to like her shirt. But the reason why you picked on this older lady is because you knew she was easy. She was easy bait. You could berate her, record her, and all of those things. Anybody else, you put that camera in my face, I'm punching the fuck out of that phone. I don't give a fuck about this job. You don't get to disrespect me because I work at Target and you're a customer here. No, you be a customer and I'll be the worker. And if you need something, ask me. But don't think for one moment you get to tell me. First of all, she already knew what to wear. Why? Because her manager already broke down all of that. Her manager saw her walk in with the shirt. Her manager let her wear the shirt. Who cares what you think of it? It's your personal opinion. You don't have to like it. You don't have to like it. If Barack Obama was on that shirt, you would have no issue. If it said trans your kids, you would have been, oh, she's wonderful. Can I take a picture? Yeah, yeah. You don't have to like what's on the shirt. But doing this, get the hell on.
No.
Why the fuck would you wear that? You're at work at Target. That's not a Target shirt. It's not a plain red shirt. You support a racist.
It's not racist.
You support a racist.
He's not a racist.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he fucking is.
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to stand here and argue with you.
You're not. You should go
over
get
it.
your manager. You should not be allowed to wear that at work.
See, she picked the right one. She picked the right one. You should go get your manager. No, bitch, you should get out my face. And then you can go get my manager and tell her I called you a bitch because I don't care about losing this job. I'll go find another one. I'm sure this Target is in a strip mall with a whole bunch of other stores. I'll go walk across the way, get a job at Home Depot. I don't care. You picked the right one. Now I want to get a job at Target and get a red Freedom Charlie Kirk shirt and just go wear it and see. Yeah, try me. Try me. Oh no, she'll probably just go. Who's the manager? Cause she's never gonna address me. Who's the manager? I just want to see that he has enough freedom. That's what she would do with anybody else. anybody else, she would never address them like this.
Unacceptable. Unfucking acceptable.
That's your opinion.
No, the opinion is he's a fucking racist and you support him.
That's your opinion, ma'am. Have
And
a
you
nice day.
should not be allowed to wear that.
Have
This
a
is
nice-
going to be taken above your fucking head. That's insane.
Have a
Insane.
nice day.
In fucking insane.
Oh, she ends it very well.
Piece
Look at
of
this.
shit.
Piece of shit. Call this woman a piece of shit. I was trying to I'm trying to work on this cursing thing. But if you ever want to really agitate me, bring a white liberal in my presence. They are the most agitating, annoying, condescending pieces of crap you will ever meet in your life. They are the bane of America's existence. They are the reason why Islam is running rampant all over this country right now. They are the reason why this is happening. They are the reasons why the border is wide open. Liberals, especially the white ones, because they're always leading the charge, and then you have the dumb blacks that follow them. Yeah, my freedom, my freedom. Such a dumb black ass down. You have no freedom. You don't even own your damn. You don't own anything. But allegedly, this chick who recorded this, her name is Michaela, whatever the freak her name is. She, I think she's a nurse or something, or she worked at some sort of health, blah blah blah. Allegedly, she got fired. I wasn't able to confirm it. I saw several videos on it, but I didn't see like a confirmation that she had actually lost her job. Yeah, you should lose your job. You should lose your job. And also, great news. So, of course, we're in the age, when people do stupid things on the internet, because people think that the internet's it's real. They think this is real. This is not real. This is an image, right? You have your internet image and then you live in the real world, right? They're totally different, right? And so your image is one thing, the internet's another thing, right? Who you are in the real world, 3D, touch grass, yeah, all of that stuff. But the wonderful, beautiful thing is that for this woman, um, so far she has I don't know if it's a GoFundMe or a Give Send Go, but it's over $65,000 so far has been raised for her. And that's this is when you step up and put money towards people, right. This is when you do that type of stuff. So I don't know why this woman is working at Target. It could be because she needs the money. It could be because she just wants, she needs something to do in her retirement. I don't know. But whatever the reason, people are out there raising money for her. And so this is what you do, you know, when idiots decide to harass you at your job because they don't like a shirt you're wearing. You are so bothered by a shirt that you couldn't just go on with your day. Really? Really? Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Anyway, let's move along here. So Brown University just can't seem to get it right. They just can't seem to get it right in terms of the mass shooting that happened there a few days ago. From security camera issues to people talking about Islamophobia to who this person might be and blah 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 blah. Okay, the first order of business. It is the year of our Lord 2025. Why the hell do we still have security footage that looks like this? I have better BlackBerry pictures from 2012. This is ridiculous. In the year of our Lord, in the daytime, 2025, no security image on Brown University's campus should look like this. One of the most prestigious universities in the nation. And this is what you offer us? But it gets better because Assemblyman Lyle Culpepper, that's a terrible name, he addresses the situation from a different angle.
We're asking the public to please stop referring to him as the Brown shooter, as this has an inherently Islamophobic connotation.
No, it's
And we. It's because of the university. It's not because of the brown, because of Brown University, not because of the color of skin. Right. We are also asking the public to please stop posting photos of Mufasa Carmax. We would, for the sake of diversity, really like to pin this on a different ethnicity, because it is unfair to keep blaming Islam for every violent act they commit. Let's do better.
Wait a minute.
Let's for every violent because it is unfair to keep blaming Islam for every violent act they commit. Let's do better.
First of all, you so woke that you can't make the distinction between Brown University and the fact that the alleged perpetrator is a sand nigga. You can't make the distinction because in your liberal, warped, non-binary, transgendered mind, you can't make the distinction that the name of the university where the crime occurred is named Brown University. It has nothing to do with the color of the perpetrator. Jesus. You so woke. You can't even see past color, skin color, and to see the facts of the case. You are so far gone. How does this become an assemblyman? Well, it's Rhode Island. That's how. But really? Really, Sway? And don't blame the Muslims for doing Muslim shit. You could not find a more group of incompetent people. I mean, these people are atrocious. I mean, I don't understand it. The head of security was fired from his job last year for not having the proper credentials. How do you not vet your head of security properly? How does that happen exactly? If you're my head of security, yeah, that's a nice check. That's a nice title, and it's a big responsibility, especially on a campus like this, right? Brown's president, the president of Brown University, let me make the distinction so you don't think I'm talking about brown Islamic people. Brown's University's president may have removed security cameras from the campus at the behest of Palestinian activists. So you mean to tell me y'all so woke that you removed the one thing that could actually solve crimes on the campus? Oh, because you wanted to commit crimes. Oh, I got it. Providence's city council chief, this person is a genderless bisexual who was arrested for protesting at Trump Tower. Ladies and gentlemen, and then one of the young women who Ella who unfortunately was killed in this mess moved from Alabama up to Rhode Island to go to Brown University. Ladies and gentlemen, when you send your kids from the good South up to the North to these liberal institutions, this is what you're sending them into. You're sending them into indoctrination camps to meet about people like this. So you might want to just do a little research before say, yeah, Molly, go apply to NYU or go apply to Brown or Columbia or whatever. Oh, God. And then you have the Colombian-born Providence police chief. So this is the police chief of Providence, Rhode Island. His nephew ran one of the largest fentanyl rings on the East Coast. You can't make this shit up. To quote my friend Craig Long, you can't make this shit up. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? I think we have a video where Jesse Waters ties us all up. Oh, we do it.
That is typical for that academic space.
So that right there is the mysterious campus safety chief, Rodney Chapman. Funny, we haven't really heard from him. Where's he been? Well, we just discovered the Brown University police chief isn't really a big fan of policing. He once said this: communities don't want policing done to them. How this guy came to Brown is a crazy story. He was the head of campus security at the University of Utah, and right after he was hired there, he was immediately suspended because he didn't have the proper credentials.
Wow.
Utah then told him, we're going to fire you or you're going to have to resign. What's it going to be? So Rodney resigned, and Brown said, we'll take you. And right before this shooting, Brown's police union issued a vote of no confidence in Chief Rodney.
Wow.
The chief's own men accused Rodney of endangering officers and creating a toxic workplace culture.
That's crazy.
Rodney should know the campus better than anyone. But
see, and this is the DEI piece, right? This is DEI gone wrong, right? And you don't understand why people don't advocate for it. This is why, because you're not putting forth your best and your brightest. And then you have these idiots who come into spaces. Oh, do you know what DEI is? And you're like, yeah, we know what it is, but we also know it's been hijacked and weaponized, right? Something starts out as a good idea, and then it becomes this other stupid thing, right? Because once it's in the hands of stupid people, yeah, you start hiring police chiefs like this, right. And then you start getting all of these other DEI things going on that just doesn't make sense. And then the quality of life and the quality of the products go down, right? That's why. Because you're not bringing forth the absolute best. You're not bringing forth those who can actually compete. You're propping up people you can control. That's what it is.
all week, he's been hiding under his desk.
Jeez.
He's obviously completely unqualified.
Facts.
Brown's the most liberal Ivy League school, and they take DEI more seriously than safety.
Jeez.
The school's been under intense pressure from the Palestinian students. The president, who was a no-show at today's presser, has been heckled for years by Muslim underclassmen. She always bends the knee, but they heckle her anyway.
Wow.
Over the summer, radical left human rights groups demanded Brown disable their security cameras so Palestinian activists could raise hell under the radar. Did they cave? We asked. No response.
Of course not.
It's not just Brown. The whole city is a DEI mess. You know who else was at the press conference? The Providence City Council Chief of Staff is a genderless bisexual who was arrested for protesting at Trump Tower this year. Meanwhile, the police chief could be compromised. Turns out the chief's nephew was sentenced to 22 years in federal prison for running one of the...
Yeah. We went over that. How do you explain this to these families? We're so woke that we don't have footage of the person that killed your loved one. We're so woke that we can't pull a quality image from a security camera because guess what? We have very limited resources. So yeah, figure out who this fat person is from the video, from this image. And then the person they're alleging it is, I don't know if it's that person. I don't know. It might be, it might not be. Pat, I don't know. I'm not even going to try. Okay, I'm gonna try for 2 seconds. So if you have no gender, but you are bisexual, so bisexual means, okay, male, female, right? Male, female. Okay. But you have no gender. Nine carry. I don't know. 9 carry to 1, 2.3. Dumb. You can't be a genderless bisexual people. That's not how that works. Because to be bisexual would mean you would have to have one of the two genders. to be then attracted to the two genders. Yo. Oh God. This is the world. This is Brown University, everybody. Brown University. Welcome. One of the most prestigious universities in the United States of America. And this is their reality. Let's move along here. All right. So Dan Bongino is out at the FBI as of January 2026. Now, there's a whole bunch of, weathering about why he's doing it. Was it the Epstein files? Was it a conflict with Bondi? Was it a conflict with Patel? Was it a conflict with Trump? All of that stuff. Nobody really will ever know unless he shares it once he goes back, to his burgeoning radio empire. But the man gave up a very successful career, a very successful job, a very successful business to serve the country. Um, some people speculated that this has been in the works since the summer. Um, that it was he was just supposed to come in and really work the January 6th stuff and then leave. So that's what some people are saying. Some people say it's a personal issue. As we all know, he had cancer a few years ago. And so I don't know, this is a very stressful job. You're literally working around the clock. You're literally, on call if not at the office pretty much all day, every day. You pretty much don't get to see your family. You're working holidays, you're working weekends, you're working nights, you're doing everything, right? So, I don't know if it's that, I don't know if he, Trump said he wants to get back to, doing what he was doing, which he was very successful at. So maybe that's it. I would rather go with that. I want to go with the affirmative. I'm going to go to good stuff, right? That hopefully it's not its health. Hopefully it's not that. Hopefully it's just it wasn't he was supposed to do it for a short period of time and then be gone. Maybe he'll share what the real reason was. Maybe he won't. But you don't. Here's the thing. You want to really go where you feel you will be the most effective. Eh, That's just my personal opinion. You want to go where you feel like your gifts and talents will flourish. And then sometimes that doesn't mean you have to necessarily serve in the government or serve in the military or go where you are wanted, needed, and where you can actually be of service. That's it. So maybe for him, that's broadcasting. That's fine. That's a valid lane. That's a valid career. And so yeah, work it out. Yeah, so whatever it is, may the Lord bless and keep this man. Bongino is that dude, and hopefully he can share some other things. Obviously, we've missed him on the air. He was one of my favorite podcasters, broadcasters, whatever you want to call it. Um, did I always agree with him? No, but most of the time I did. And then but he was just always very, very fact based and very, very on point with it. So, good luck, Bongino. Hopefully everything is good with your health, and this is just about a professional move, which I can deal with. So, Lord, may the Lord bless and keep you. May He make His face to shine upon you and be gracious towards you, and all of that in that order. Appreciate it. All right, let's talk about healthcare. Um, So the lower premiums for all Americans Act. I see. I think the Republicans were listening when they listened to the Rand experience last week, and they said, "Oh, AJ said this is probably a short term resolution. You got to do something about it." Although I'm not completely sold because I don't think the government should be in healthcare, but this is a first step, right? So uh it was so the GOP healthcare bill passed last night. It will decrease premiums by 11% with no Affordable Care Act extensions for big, rich insurance companies. Hallelujah. Praise God. Anyway, it gives anyway, let Mike Johnson explain it to you more, and then I'll break down whatever he doesn't.
Healthcare bill that will bring down the cost of healthcare. The Lower Premiums for All Americans Act does exactly what the title suggests. It will reduce premiums for all Americans by, on average, at least 11% overall. And that's just the beginning. There will be much more to come. More ideas in the first part of next year to bring down the cost of health care. And what the bill did in addition to that tonight is it increases the quality of care, the access to care. It gives persons more options, more flexibility in their health care, and also it adds transparency. We had the PBM, Pharmacy Benefit Manager transparency piece to it as well. Now contrast that with the Democrats' COVID-era subsidy that they wanted to extend. That would only impact 7% of Americans. The bill we just passed impacts 100% of Americans. Their version would impact 7% of Americans, and it would cost taxpayers $350 billion. That is not the way to reduce the cost of health care. The Democrats do not want a solution they just demonstrated because they voted against this bill. They want an issue for the election. It is based on a false narrative. The Democrats broke America's health care system. When they gave us the ACA, the Unaffordable Care Act, 15 years ago, they promised that premiums would come down, that access would increase, and quality of health care would increase. None of that happened because it's a flawed system. Their response right now is to subsidize and continue to shovel taxpayer dollars onto a broken system. We say enough is enough. The Republican Party is the party that is bringing the ideas forward to fix this crisis and fix this problem for everyone. It is a serious problem. We took a big step tonight to do that. We hope that this gets signed into law quickly because it will have the desired effect. We hope the Senate can get this done in short order.
Yes. So you asked for, oh, what is the Republicans' plan? What is the plan? Well, this is the first part of the plan, and it's good from what we're being told. Now, from my bit of research, this will help stabilize the individual market. So even though the government's still steeped in it, I'm still not sold on that part. But it restores. It will restore cost sharing reductions, the CSR payments to lower premiums and out of pocket costs. The PBM, which we talked about also on the Rant Experience last week, which was one of my suggestions, mandates clear reporting from pharmacy benefit managers to reveal true drug costs, rebates, and fees, helping employers negotiate better prices. Yeah, I mean, is there something to complain about, Democrats? Just let me know. Just let me know. Oh, you're not getting your kickbacks. No, I'm talking about the Democrat process. Now, for the Democrats on the ground, is there something to complain about here? Okay, I just want to make sure. Expand the AHPs. Allow small businesses and self-employed individuals to join together across industries for more affordable group plans. That is the free market, ladies and gentlemen. Promote choice arrangements. Let employers offer tax-free funds for employees to buy their own plans, increasing flexibility, clarity, stop loss insurance. Deregulate stop loss insurance for small employers, reducing regulatory burdens. So yeah, so some of the expected outcomes of this is lower benchmark premiums by about 11%, reduce out-of-pocket costs, which is deductibles and copays, save taxpayers billions of dollars. The CBO estimates $35 billion deficit reduced over 10 years, and provide more choices for workers. The status, well, obviously it passed the House, so hopefully, this doesn't create another kerfuffle. And and Speaker Johnson was right. These people just want to run on a problem. This was never about solving health. They just want to keep throwing money at the problem and then don't, yeah. And meanwhile, it's just reckless spending of your tax dollars. That's all it is. That's all it is. It was never about solving the problem because the ACA is one of the worst things that ever happened legislatively in this country. Huh? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then Democrats' biggest complaint, I guess, is about potentially reducing the overall number of insured individuals slightly, despite premium cuts. Okay, so would you rather serve, as Mike Johnson said, 7% of the American people or damn near 100%? Right. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, good step in the right direction, Republicans. We're finally, I was scared there for a minute. That's why I had to go off on y'all last week on the Rant experience. But hopefully this is leading somewhere. And we get a couple more things. Marjorie Taylor Greene got her trans kids, whatever act passed or whatever. So hopefully, that doesn't get killed in the Senate, and that would be great. Anyway, let's talk about Tampon Tim. Tim Walz, the governor of Minnesota. A disability advocate named Nathaniel Olson let Tim Walz have it. He made it very, very clear that the gross neglect and the fraud that happened under his watch. Oh yeah, not. You can't blame this on anybody else but yourself, bro.
Madam Chair, I'm Nathaniel M. Olson, a disability advocate for the state of Minnesota. I've heard the commissioners and the Department of Human Services, but the one thing that I'm freaking worried about is this freaking fraud that is happening over our state, where there's 600,000 disability people in the state of Minnesota that could suffer. And sadly, it's quite interesting that we have Governor Walz speaking in front of the state and saying that this fraud is nothing beside, but my people are done suffering. We're done with this fraud. We're done with the Department of Human Services coming up here and saying, oh, we're going to figure this out. This has been too long. The administration knew that this fraud was coming. I've talked to families, parents, everyone have been reaching out to me and saying, oh, this is what is happening to my child. This is what is happening to my child. We're afraid. We need to put aside these differences and we need to come together and put a stop to this fraud. Our governor is not doing anything to help us, but sit here and decide he wants to blame Donald J., the President of the United States, who has nothing to do with this. There is a time to hold our governor accountable, and I'm not seeing it. This fraud is outrageous. And I'm very scared for my little brother if he goes into ICS home. But right now he's home with my parents, and he's going to stay there because I'm going to keep fighting for these disability people because none of them are right here, and I am their voice. It is time for us to say enough is enough. I'm done. And it makes me sad to see what's happening to our state. This was a great state. It was. But all of this fraud that is coming around here, all these excuses that is happening, needs to stop. Minnesota needs to become a great state again. Thank you, and thank you guys for your guys' hard work.
Perfectly said. Perfectly said. I couldn't have said it any better. And it's not easy to get up and talk in these types of environments. Your mind is racing 5,000 miles per hour. You're trying to stick to your message and your point because you have a limited amount of time to get to land the plane. And so, yeah, amazing. And this needs to happen again and again and again. If Tim Walz was a Republican governor, we would never hear the end of this. It would be wall-to-wall news coverage. We've barely heard about this in the mainstream press. Barely. So yeah, Oh yes, Timtard. I'm sorry, I forgot we have a new term in the Urban Dictionary. Courtesy of the Savage Patriots. Yes, yes. So Governor Timtard, yeah, get your ish together, bro. In my opinion, you should be impeached for this. You should literally be gone. You should not, and you should not run for reelection. Because if people don't pounce on this, even other Democrats don't pounce on this. Yeah, ridiculous. Absolutely, absolutely unacceptable in every level. And then to sit here and try to protect the musties who stole the money and swept it out of the country. Yeah. But yeah. AJ's a problem. AJ's a problem. I know. All right, so let's get to Gorilla Grip. Y'all remember Gorilla Grip, right? That was her name, right? Gorilla Grip in the messages. Um, Fonnie Willis, her epic crash out. So she had to appear in court yesterday for a hearing about her BS Trump investigation. And she crashed out, pulled a race card, and when confronted with documents that show how many tax dollars her office paid her lover, Nathan Wade, woo, she let them have it.
I don't review those documents, so you're asking me to look at documents that I haven't for the first time. What I can tell you is that I allowed Mr. Wade to bill 160 hours a week, and then Mr. Wade would be the.
She corrected that later, but that's your tax dollars that Mr. Wade was billing. And in a conflict of interest,
First one in the office, making sure that my staff arrived. He corrected their behavior. They thought that 8:30 meant 8:30. He taught them that 8:30 means 7:45.
What the hell is this? Is this court or is this? First of all, if I have to tell you that 8:30 really means 7:45, you're probably not going to work for me. That's the first order of business. Go.
He got there before them. He left after him. He taught them how to do this case, and he was a leader to that team and a public servant. And for that, him, like me, has been threatened thousands of times. You want something to investigate as a legislature? Investigate how many times they've called me the N-word. Why don't you
Oh, shucka duckles, we've been calling nugga. Oh God. Emotionalism. She brought up a whole bunch of stuff that she has no proof in front of her to present. So why bring it up? You have no proof. You have absolutely no proof of anything you just said. Oh, in the office, all this surface level stuff. And now it's the N-word. Oh, she said the N-word. She said the N-word. We can't. The hearing is shut down. Let's take 5. Matter of fact, let's just take the rest of the day off, y'all, because she said she was called the N-word. It's a fucking word. It's a word. It's a word. And only you can give that word power. That's it. All of this crying and emotion. Oh, God, I'm a black woman.
investigate that? Why don't you investigate them writing on my house? Why don't you investigate the fact that my house has been swatted? If you want something to do with your time that makes sense, and you can use all this in your campaign ad, you attacked Fonnie Willis. What have you done, sir? Nothing.
I refer you to the screen. I know you said you don't approve.
I don't
Review.
That was so for what? It's all performative. It's all performative. I got caught. And so I think I'm gonna loud and sass my way out of this. I did do nothing. I told Again, this is why DEI is not a good thing. You don't want this representing you, but y'all keep voting for her. She got reelected even after the whole scandal broke. Your dummies still voted for her. You still put her back. And this is how she conducts herself in a hearing? This is how she shows up? Finger wagging, emotional, loud, wrong, no proof. But it's everybody else's fault. I'm under attack because I'm a black woman. I'm a black woman. Well, you wanted to play with the white boys, right? You wanted to play with the big bad white boys. This is what you get when you play with the big bad boys. You can't play with the big boys and then want special treatment. You're going to play with the big boys. First of all, you got to learn their game. Duh. And now you're fighting for your life. And now we're seeing how you've wasted taxpayer dollars on a bunch of bull. Here's Fani continuing her crash out as Georgia State Senator George Dolezal questions her. Oh, Dolezal, is he related to the transracial lady, Rachel Dolezal? Anyway, go ahead.
The date that I have is January 24th of 2022. Does that seem like it's within the range of being the correct date?
So I already stated I don't trust you. I understand you're trying to run for lieutenant governor right now. Anything you want me to testify to, I'm going to need to see.
I don't trust you in everything. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to see it.
Okay. Were you aware that in between the time of the special grand jury being sworn in and receiving evidence, Mr. Wade traveled to Athens, Georgia to meet with officials from the White House counsel's office?
I don't recall.
On the right-hand side here is the meeting that I reference. The highlighted section reads, travel to Athens, conf with White House.
How does this
counsel.
assist you in developing laws for Georgia? Because I believe the purpose that I'm here for is because you all need assistance in doing your job.
No, that is not why you're here. So yeah, earlier I said I have a white liberal fatigue. I also have a nigga shit fatigue shirt. So we got you covered. We got all the bases covered. So it's not black fatigue, it's nigga shit fatigue. You black people fine. Niggas, totally different. That's what that's what you're really tired of.
And you want assistance with rules and regulations around how people should be a prosecutor. And it made sense to me that you'd come to the best prosecutor in the state to ask for some advice. But I'm confused as to how this assists you and what the purpose of me being here is.
She talking like she Muhammad Ali or something. Yeah, I'm the bash.
The committee has a broad purpose. I'd be happy to refer to counsel as to the overall purpose of the committee. But my question for you is, as it relates
I don't
to
think
this
it's relevant, so I'm objecting on relevance.
She's asked and answered that. She's told you that the TUI process goes through the White House counsel's office. She's asked, it's been asked and answered.
And it's your testimony today that the travel to Athens, conference with the White House counsel, as far as you were aware, was due to a part of this TUI process that the governor's referencing.
I've testified. I don't recall anything about this.
Okay.
And I don't see how it's relevant to what your alleged purpose is. Now, your real purpose is to try to get elected, which I would say, Georgia, please, let's elect any lieutenant governor but this one.
The ghetto, the trash. And then I don't have an image, but she showed up in like a whole fashion show. Like it was like this. First of all, it was like 60 something degrees that day in Georgia. And she had on, I think, a white fur. And then she had like a really expensive bag. And it was like Fashion Week. On your dime, Georgia. On your dime. Stupid asses. Anyway, So we go from a whore to a conservative grifter, allegedly. Candace Owens. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. She is setting up a new fund for her security. It's a new website, and she is convincing her cult members that her life is in danger. The boogeyman's coming. Oh my god! And that the Macrons are trying to assassinate her, and Israel wants to get her, and all of this other stuff, and basically, you be the judge.
Yes, we also received a ton of emails of people asking us, what are you doing about security? Can we help you with security? We did actually create, for people who don't want to maybe buy our awesome gear.
Speaking of awesome gear. I'll take your gear sales way over mine, right? I'll absolutely take your gear sales way over mine, Candace. Let's be very, very clear. So the sales from the shirts and the mugs and the thermos or whatever that thing is she has, and all the other stuff she's selling on her website, apparently that's not enough. It's not enough. I need you to give more. It's kind of like the pastor, and it's like you get the offering, you get the building fund, then we need new pipes fund, and then you got the choir fund, and then you got the musician fund, and then you got the technicians fund. You got funds for everything. So she added another fund, and then the cult members are gonna go and they're gonna help. They're gonna help Candace. They're gonna help her.
We have tons of awesome kit that you can get on the website. But if you'd like to just give a gift to support our security and what we're doing, you now have that option. You can go to CandaceOwens.com.
I'm starting a fund. I'm starting a fund for real. I do it live on the air right now, but I don't even know where to go or start. But I'm gonna do one. To hell with this. Why am I sitting up here working this damn hard and can't push my merch? None of my merch is moving. So if my merch ain't moving and I'm actually doing the work of the people, and this woman gets the world at her fingertips and is lying through her teeth. Not about everything, but the security thing is crap. This is a wealthy woman. This is not a woman who's wanting for anything. She has money. She can pay for private security. Oh yes. Oh yes.
/support. And these are obviously very serious conversations that we are having because Charlie just got assassinated in broad daylight, and I feel like
this is the emotional. That's called the setup. So yeah, we're doing a security site, and now this is how I get you in with the emotion.
Because Charlie just got assassinated in broad daylight, and I feel like everyone is sort of signaling that they want me and Tucker. Like when you don't want to be name checked with Bibi Netanyahu, and they are just growing, increasing.
And don't forget to blame the Jews.
Volatile in this rhetoric of what they want done to people who don't stand with Israel. It's very terrifying, but at the same time, I know that it's necessary for people to recognize how greatly evil these Zionists are. Covering up, attacking people for trying to get to the truth, attacking their reputation, attacking their families. And I think these people are very dangerous. I want to be clear. I think these are the children of Bolsheviks that are in this country. These are Trotskyites, and they have the same methods, the same psychological methods. That's why I say get your children out of these schools. They are run with a Soviet methodology. Anyways, also, guys, if you'd like to support the show in a really fun way, you can go and buy my book. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. I was told by New York.
She has a book too. I was supposed to do a poetry book this year, but I just literally had no time to do it. Why? Because I don't have a team. It's just me. I'm a one-man band. And I like things done in excellence. I could have did a shoddy job and threw together the couple of poems that I have and just dropped it. But no, we all know me. If you've ever worked with me, you know that that would never be acceptable. Yeah. So I'm looking at next year. I don't know what day next year, but ah hmm, must be nice. But promote your book, Candy.
Magazine person. It's laugh out loud funny without even trying. Like they were like, "Did you intend for the book to be so funny?" I was like, "No, feminism just is funny reflectively." And you reflect on feminism and the things that we've done as a society. It gets very hilarious. You guys can buy that at makehimasandwich.com, or you can just throw it into your Amazon cart for the Christmas.
Must be nice. Just a little sales update for AJsRANT.com. We had no sales for Black Friday. We had no sales for Cyber Monday. We've had no sales in the Rant Christmas collection. I just want to make that clear. I just want to be transparent that we're not doing. And I have a decision to make by Tuesday if I want to keep the store or let it go. So I'm going to pray on that, and whatever I'm led to do, I will do. But when I see stuff like this, and I don't hate on success. Everybody knows I love successful people around me. Because that's aspirational. I like having aspirational people around me. It's not about that, but it's about how you do it, right? And so when you're deceiving people with this, no, I need a security fund, and then what's next? Because you know they're gonna throw the cash at you. Like, have you ever been in one of her live streams, like live when it's live, when it's live? They are throwing thousands of dollars at her in super chats. And then you have the super chats because when she was on Pierce Morgan, she said when he asked her about like how much is she making on YouTube, was it Pierce Morgan? I think it was Pierce Morgan. We was asking her about YouTube and all that stuff, and she danced her way out of it like YouTube money is like some chicken change or something, which it is to her. But with her views, she's making a pretty penny on the advertising on YouTube. And then she's making tons of cash in super chats and memberships and all types of crazy stuff that you can do on YouTube. So yeah, she's making a killing. But she yelled and screamed just like Fonnie Willis. She pulled a Fonnie, a more professional, better diction, but the same. She pulled a Fonnie. I'ma sass my way out of this. And that's what she did. But I see right through it. And the mommy sleuths, aka these ridiculously poor old ladies, will continue to support the soap opera and think that homegirl is really in danger here. God. Yes. So I'm very annoyed. Anyway, President Trump addressed the nation yesterday. And this is why I can't be distracted by no more kerfuffle with Turning Point and blah, 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 because I don't have the team to do it. So this is his first announcement on Making America Great Again. Let's react.
Putting America first, and we are making America great again. Very simple. We are making America great again. Tonight, after 11 months, our border is secure. Inflation is stopped. Wages are up. Prices are down. Our nation is strong. America is respected. And our country is back, stronger than ever before. We're poised for an economic boom, the likes of which the world has never seen. Soon we will host the World Cup and the Olympics, both of which I got. But most importantly, we will celebrate the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. There could be no more fitting tribute to this epic milestone than to complete the comeback of America that began just 1 year ago. When the world looks at us next year, let them see a nation that is loyal to its citizens, faithful to its workers, confident to its identity, certain to its destiny, and the envy of the entire globe. We are respected again like we have never been respected before. to each and every one of you. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. God bless you all.
Hey, God bless America. Hallelujah. Praise God. Great address. Um, People want a miracle. I don't get the hyper impatience with how things are playing out. Now, there's times where you see people being complacent, like I did last week on the Rant Experience when I called out Republicans in Congress who are not being productive right now. And now you see that they are doing some things, right? But you got to do a bit more, right? These midterms are very, very important because you cannot make Donald Trump a lame duck president. Because if you make this man a lame duck president, you're basically going to kill JD Vance's 2028 chances because he's not going to be able to get any of the rest of his agenda through. So get it together. Here's Trump talking about y'all tax returns, and I'm gonna say this right quick because we gonna get to about April 2026. I'm predicting it right now. We're gonna get to April 2026, and all of you wonderful Americans who get tax returns, I haven't gotten money back from the government in like 11 years, but for those who do, and all those child tax credits and all of those great things that have increased by leaps and bounds, after you fill out your taxes and you get that great money back, first of all, spend some at ajsrantroom.com. That's the first order of business. And then the second order of business is thank this man right here. Boom.
Next year, you will also see the results of the largest tax cuts in American history that were really accomplished through our great, big, beautiful bill, perhaps the most sweeping legislation ever passed in Congress. We wrapped 12 different bills up into one beautiful bill. That includes no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security for our great seniors. Under these cuts, many families will be saving between $11,000 and $20,000 a year, and next spring is projected to be the largest tax refund season of all time.
Excuse me. So yeah, I've been saying this since the bill passed. I did a whole podcast episode on the Rand Experience on the one big beautiful bill and how it's going to benefit middle class Americans and lower middle class Americans, and nobody wanted to hear it. Well, obviously the people who are smart wanted to hear it, but the Democrats don't want to hear it. So when you go fill out all of that stuff and they say, "Oh, whoa, this is way more money than you got back last year." Yeah. Thank Donald Jaquavius right over there. Yeah, he made that happen. Yeah. So, anyway, great address, Trump. We appreciate you. We know you're working hard. I'm just a little suspicious about some of the people that are around you, but I know you're doing the right thing. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching today. I appreciate you. Thank you. Head on over to ajsrantroom.com if you would like to support the channel. That's ajsrantroom.com. I saw Pat ask about this hoodie. Oh, quick. Hold on before I do that. Quick story about the hoodie. So I wish this hoodie was in my store, but no. I got this hoodie. I don't know. I lived in California when I got this hoodie. Or did I still live in New York? No, I lived in California when I got this hoodie. And in California, it was maybe 2013 I got this hoodie. But yeah, I got it from Wish. Remember Wish? So I got it from China. Remember wish.com or the Wish app? I don't know. Is it still around? I don't know. I deleted it years ago. But yeah, that's where I got this. I wish I should probably try to recreate it. I'm gonna try. I'll try to recreate it. See what I can do. I think I can recreate it. Yeah, you did ask, Belinda. You did ask a long time ago about this hoodie. Anyway, if you would like to support the channel, head on over to ajsrantroom.com. That's ajsrantroom.com. You get that wonderful white liberal fatigue shirt that the model is wearing right there. If you would like to buy me a coffee well, it'll be a tea in this case, you can head on over to buymeacoffee.com or scan this beautiful QR code and punch in AJ's Rant Room. We also accept cash apps. And every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can roll on through and check out the Rant Experience. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about the politics of Christmas. And it's going to be a great episode. And it's also going to be the last episode of 2025. So come check it out tomorrow night, 8 p.m. And have some fun. And you know, it's a variety show. It's not just politically driven. And we do politics, we do pop culture, we do uncomfortable conversations, we do inspirational stuff, we make you laugh, we do music nostalgia. We're all over the place. It's like a 1 hour, but it's fun. I try to make it fun. I try to produce a good show, and I think we're gonna make some tweaks and changes over the break. But I think overall, I think it's a pretty dope podcast. It's something I would watch if I wasn't in it, if that makes sense. Anyway, yes, Jingle Bells is racist. I heard, Belinda. I should probably add that to the show tomorrow. Is it racist? Anyway, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I will be live on TikTok this afternoon, some point, probably around 5 o'clock Eastern time. So check me out there, and that's all I got for you. Later.